Mazel morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I'm sitting here with Hunter Biden's firearm seller and Ben Sauber.
Well, this comes at an amazing time because I actually did just watch Zero Dark 30? Is that the name of the film?
What a freaking great film that is, no?
Let me just say that the last 45 minutes, amazing. The first hour and a half, CSI. It's just CSI. And like everybody's like, Oscar winner, gotta see it. Gotta see the last 45 minutes. Like, that's the truth.
But wouldn't you say a lot of films are that?
No. Oppenheimer, ripping beginning to end. A+. I loved it. And not once did it resemble something that I saw on cable.
Well, what's funny is about Oppenheimer, right? And I think Christopher Nolan said it. It's 3 different movies, right? The first hour is like an origin story, right? Like, who is this J. Robert Oppenheimer? How is he so brilliant? The second part of it, the second hour, is a heist movie. Basically, it turns into Ocean's 11, or as I like to call it, the Jewish Avengers. And then the third hour is just a courtroom drama.
And it was a fantastic movie. And I'm just saying, it was rated very high, and it was fine. It was totally fine.
I love it. So for anyone who doesn't know, Zero Dark 30 is a movie by Catherine Bigelow, badass director, about basically this woman who was working at the CIA who was responsible for finding bin Laden. And then the last hour is SEAL Team 6 going in and getting him.
And they found him. Spoiler alert. They found him. They found him and they fucked him up. So like the last 45 minutes, really sweet. Just like great action. Loved it. But yeah, look, amazing movie. I didn't know that her last name was Bigelow. If I had known that, I never would have said anything bad about the movie.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. The name Bigelow, I love it. I love it. I think
Bigelow?
I think it's just because it sounds like Gigolo.
Catherine Bigelow's a badass. She's a great director. Shout out.
Shout out to her. Speaking of movies, I also saw a Tribeca film last night that a friend of mine actually directed. His name is Daniel Robbins. It was called Bad Shabbos. And I have to tell you, this movie, A+. A+. And I had no idea going into it. I was like, okay, you know, he's directed a couple of films. But this film was so funny. Let me read you who was in it, just because I think I'm going to...
Sounds like a movie for everyone.
It was. No, it was. It was great. It's about, obviously, a Jewish family. There's a girl who's marrying in. She's going to convert. Her parents are coming over for dinner from Wisconsin. And while they're waiting for the parents to come in from Wisconsin, the boyfriend slips, hits his head, and dies in the bathroom. And they're trying to figure out how this Wisconsin family doesn't find out that they're quietly murderers. But the cast was Kira Sedgwick.
Great actor.
She was amazing in it. Milana Weintraub, who you'd know from AT&T. Or who I knew from AT&T. You know those commercials?
Okay.
Method Man, this was a film. And all that I was thinking the whole time I'm watching it, I should have put in Josh.
Thank you. Well, the great Method Man is in the movie The Whackness, which you've yet to see, you're busy watching Reba. You're watching Titanic.
You brought up Reba, not me.
I'm telling you, you will love The Whackness because you were a boy who grew up in the 90s in New York.
Okay. I promise you, because I'm on my movie kick, I promise you that by the next time we speak, I will have watched The Whackness.
BH, Baruch
and I
Hashem.
Absolutely cannot wait.
As they say.
I cannot wait.
You've helped me with the perfect segue, and I might have to lift this whole story, so I will have to check with the federal government. But I recently
Who would you check with? You have a guy at the government?
I just call 411.
Okay.
Hello. I'd like to speak to someone in the government. I took my son for LA Fleet Week and through the USO to an aircraft carrier, the USS Carl Vinson. Incredible experience with our armed service members. It was an honor to be with them. We were there on Memorial Day, so it had even deeper sort of meaning. And, you know, first of all, I got to tell you, people in the military, that's my demo. That's my audience, okay? These people, they're in their young 20s. They clearly many from the Midwest, and all they were doing was shh, 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 remote control, latchkey kids watching me on TV. It's great. It did so much for my ego.
Should we do a live podcast before you go into this on a naval base?
Oh my God. Incredible. I love that.
No, I'm in. We're doing it. Done. It's done. Consider it done.
I love that. Special forces. What can we do? Special idiot, special morons.
Special morons. Love it.
Yeah. The U.S. the U.S. morons. Love it.
Oh, it's good.
But so it was an incredible thing. And here is where I'm about to tell a story that, if you're wondering why it now sounds weird on the edit of the podcast, it's because I lifted this story. But so I'm there on the aircraft carrier where planes and helicopters land in the middle of the ocean. And we're walking, and this guy who helps operate the flight deck is talking to me and my young son, Max. And he shows me this little cylindrical peg that's painted red, and it's, hammered into the flight deck. And he goes, "You want to hear a story?" And I go, "Yeah." He says, "That spot right there," he said, I believe it was 2011. He goes, "So we get word on the ship that we've captured and eliminated Osama bin Laden."
Wow.
And we realize that we're the only aircraft carrier in the Middle East right now. And all of a sudden, an hour later, and he's like, "By the way, I wasn't working there. This is, over a decade ago. No one on the ship was there when this happened, but this is basically what we know." A helicopter lands on the ship right at this spot, and bin Laden's body was right here. And everything that happened with him, sort of with what happened with the remains and the finish of him, was done on that ship. And it was right here.
Could I have teed you up better with 0 Dark 30? Are you kidding me?
That's an eerie, crazy story, huh?
Crazy story, but also just a crazy connection. The connection that we share.
We were connected, and I had just an incredible time with these people and what they do for our country, and we are in their debt. These heroes, and all I will say is that my son was a little bummed that he didn't see more guns. He wanted guns. As we're going to the car, he's like, "Dad, there weren't a lot of blasters." And I'm like, I was like, "Let me tell you, son, if you had popped off, you would have seen some blasters."
Yeah. You were too well behaved.
But I gotta check myself, bro, because I'm out of my fucking mind. Like, obviously they have military police on the ship because there's civilians coming on the ship and people need to be cleared and whatnot. So this one guy, lovely guy with an M16 strapped to his chest, is like, "Hey man, can I get a picture?" I said, "Definitely. Can I hold your gun?" Now, clearly joking.
All of a sudden he whips out his dick.
But the second and a half that he looked at me like, "Is this guy serious?" I was like, "I'm just kidding. I don't want to hold it." He's like, "There was no world where you were holding the gun." And I'm like, I got it. But I got to check myself, man. I'm out of my mind.
No, but just shout out to you for doing something on Memorial Day that was in celebration of what the day was made for, right? Like I think I played golf. Maybe I took advantage of a good sale. Like this is what we do. This is what we do. We have the day off, but we're not using the day the way that the day was intended. But you use the day that the day was intended. And all I have to say is that Memorial Day 2025, we're doing a free Good Guys show on a ship. It doesn't have to be free if the U.S. government wants to pay for it, but those heroes are not paying $1.
It would be an honor, and it was wonderful to do it with the USO because when we were finished, they were like, if you ever wanted to go abroad and go to a base, they're like, we have many bases that you could go visit, like in Italy or Korea or Syria. And I was like, I think I'll go to Italy.
Yeah, will they fly us there for free?
Yeah.
On the flight? Like on the military flight?
Yes.
Josh, this is it. Do they have it? They have bases in California, right?
We're not flying. They're not flying you to Camp Pendleton.
This is our airline sponsor, the USO.
Ben's like, do they have anything in Bora Bora? Do we have a base near the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas? Oh, that's good. These people were excellent peeps.
Well, I was in South Carolina last week.
Yeah,
thanks
say
for
more.
asking.
Say more.
And I just have to say, first and foremost, Greer, fantastic. Everybody thinks South Carolina, they think Charleston, right? They think Hilton Head. I was closest to North Carolina, almost the most north point of South Carolina. That's a tongue twister. Greer, Greensville, that same area. Beautiful airport, great people, great golf. Got to play on the Corn Ferry Tour with a fella named Andrew Cozen, who was fantastic. I literally watched him in front of me shoot 7 under. Like, I can't even express like how unbelievably good that is. He was amazing. The tournament was amazing. My what are you nuts though? The weather, the South Carolina weather, very erratic. It's very, very strange. It rains. It's kind of like Florida, where it rains and then it doesn't. It rains and then it doesn't. But it's a little bit colder because it's a little bit close. It's a little bit more north. It's very strange.
How did you golf?
Fine at best.
Okay.
Honestly, I was there and I was like, God damn it, Ben, this is your time to shine. And I played fine. If I played better, we would have won. We missed the cut by 1 stroke, which means there's a cut line, right? Where you have to be better than the majority to advance to the next round. And we missed that by 1 shot. And I'm telling you, I could have played 1 shot better. Andrew could not have played 1 shot better. He played amazing. I could have played better. We lost to Larry the Cable Guy, if you remember Larry the Cable Guy. And all I have to say is Larry the Cable Guy has to be a sandbagger. He has to be. Because I found out that he shot a 35 on the back 9. He's in my division. Same division. I'm getting a bunch of strokes. Larry has to be getting a bunch of strokes, but a 35 is the equivalent of shooting under par.
Ben,
so Larry,
hold.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Ben, hold. Marshall,
Okay.
do you have any idea what Ben's talking about right now?
Larry the Cable Guy smoked him?
He got it. He got it. And maybe cheated.
Marshall is the voice of the people. So let's just give the most rudimentary
Let me explain.
lesson
Yes.
on golf, because I don't know anything either. But let's just give a for instance. If 18 holes, it's a par, so it's 76, let's say, it means that for all the holes, you should be able to accomplish them in 76 strokes or less. That's the goal. That's elite. And if you're shooting within 5 to 10 of that, you're an incredibly good golfer, yes?
Correct. And there's what's called a handicap system in golf, which makes it so that if me, who's good, you, who's slightly
good.
worse than me, and Andrew Cozen, who's amazing, want to play together, there's a handicap system that allows for that. So I'll get 15 strokes. You'll get 20 strokes. And that way we can still be competitive. So my par, let's say it's the par is 4, which means you need to make a 4 to be par. Andrew's would be 4. Mine would be 5. Yours would be 6. And that way we can all play together, right? So
Sure.
Was that enough of an explanation for these people? They definitely know a little bit about golf, but that's the handicap system overall.
Marshall just cackled.
What'd you say?
Marshall just cackled. They don't know about golf. If I don't know, they don't know.
Let me just, I'll finish on this point. Me and Larry the Cable Guy are in the same division because Larry the Cable Guy is presumably just as mediocre as me. Yet, Larry the Cable Guy played incredibly well, far too good for his handicap, which makes me think that Larry the Cable Guy might be lying about his handicap. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Dentech. Dentech is the brand to empower everybody to take charge of their oral health care, going beyond the basics to provide a broad array of innovative products ranging from floss picks, great, and tongue cleaners for your everyday care to more specialized products for pain, care, repair, and protection with dental guards for nighttime grinding. And folks, I hate to break it to you, I'm a nighttime grinder. I wish I wasn't. It is what it is, but Dentech was here to save the day. Dentech is the leader, #1 brand in dental guards for nighttime teeth grinding and offers a variety of dental guards to meet needs ranging from customizable guards for a personalized and secure comfort fit to convenient, no fitting needed, ready to wear guards. Dentech is available at multiple retailers, including Target, Walgreens, Walmart, and Amazon. These guards, saying that I'm mentioning to you guys that unfortunately I'm a teeth grinder, they help ease the pain from clenching and grinding. You ever wake up with that headache? You're not going to anymore, or at least it will be a lot better. Mine's a lot better. And it helps prevent conditions caused by teeth grinding, including jaw aches, tooth chipping, cracking, and headaches. So head over to dentech.com to find your local retailer and shop all of Dentech's products. That's Dentech, DENTEK.com, sold at Target, Walgreens, Amazon, and Walmart.
I'm just upset that he isn't Larry the streaming guy, because, hey, get with the times.
He should be. He
Right?
should be. Yes. He should have changed his name. It's stated. It's done.
That's really interesting. Golf is a terrible, terrible sport. And
I love these. That's really interesting. When you were bored to tears.
I wasn't. Larry David was recently on the Mark Maron podcast, and he was like, what is it about golf? Because obviously Larry's a diehard golfer, and he goes, it's hard. It's very hard. He goes, I have picked a hobby I have no aptitude for. And he goes,
Yes.
it is so hard. And it is. And it's such a dumb, as my father-in-law would say, he's like, it's so dumb because the ball doesn't move. Like it's the same stroke, and yet everything changes every time. And let me ask this while we're on the golf subject, and I wanted the audience to have a little bit of a better understanding so I could ask this. So yes, if a hole is a par 4, let's say, from 300 yards away, in theory, if you are a professional golfer, you can get it in the hole within 4 strokes, right? Which is huge. Now, a debate has gone on online, and they asked if you, as a amateur golfer, were allowed to start on the green. That means within, give or take, 30 yards of the hole. If you were allowed to start on the green, do you think you could shoot under par on every hole? This is just to show how elite the professional golfers are, how good a Tiger Woods is, by the fact that they would be starting on the normal course. You would be starting within 30 yards of the hole. Do you think you could beat a Tiger Woods?
Could I beat a Tiger Woods? Probably not. Could I like shoot par starting on the green? Definitely could. But Tiger Woods has the ability to shoot under par. This guy, like these golfers, it's not just, are you going to make it your par is 4? They're making it in 3 all the time. And so it's pretty, it's sad to say, but even as a guy that golfs a bunch, loves
Let's
it.
talk about Bravo. This is too straight. It's too straight.
No, by the way, our ladies are getting into golf because my beautiful wife, Claudia, is getting into golf. And once Claudia gets into golf, I'm just saying, golf is coming. The girls are going to get into golf. They're going to start to love it. We're getting Paige into golf. I'm bringing Paige on the course.
We're having on the great Brooke Schofield on our next episode that we're recording today. So we'll ask her, but you guys tell me, and don't hold back. Would it be gross and toxic male of me to ask all of us, let's just say, what kind of athlete we would want to date? Like, would you want to date a lady golfer, a lady volleyball player? And Marshall, same for you, but for whatever your likes and wants are.
Sure, as long as you won't cut out that I'm not dating a WNBA player. I think tennis.
Why not?
I think tennis.
Listen, you get a nice, lovely point guard for the WNBA who's got, fun hobbies.
Nope.
You're part of the problem.
I am the problem.
You
I'll own
are
it.
the problem.
And by the way, another problem, I don't want to go on a tangent, but Caitlin Clark not making the USA team. What are you, nuts? This woman transformed the sport. I don't like.
Have they
these
explained
old
why?
heads are nuts.
And why is this?
Because I think it's picked by like a captain. Like the USA team is picked by a person. And the WNBA old heads hate Caitlin Clark because they hate that she just popped up, that she's getting all this credit, that she's the reason that the sport is crushing, even though they've been out here doing their thing and stinking it up. And nobody wanted to watch. Now Caitlin Clark popped on the scene and everybody wants to watch. And you're not going to put her on the Olympic team?
Doesn't seem right. Marshall?
Doesn't seem right.
For me,
But yeah.
Soccer player, 100%.
Ooh,
And-
soccer's good.
I think
Wow.
it's like just sexy in general, but also there's a higher chance of a nice accent. So worldly, you know.
Do you like a worldly gentleman, Marshall?
100%, yeah. Actually,
You do?
It's just happened that way, where I've like dated so many people not from America, which I love.
Wow. So you hate America.
Yeah.
That's the podcast title. Marshall hates America.
Are you comfortable sharing from what parts of the globe some of them have been?
Yeah, I dated a boy that was born in Brazil, born in Mexico.
Bon dia.
born
Oh, hola.
In China.
Wow.
Ni hao.
That's all I can remember right now.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, I don't know, it just happens.
How
How do
great.
you say hot in Chinese?
Hot? I don't know. I
What'd you
know.
say, Josh?
I said hot. I don't know. I know how to say other things. I know how to say dan tat, which is a Chinese delicious egg custard dessert, like creme brulee type thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Great
And
word to know.
dan tat. And I know how to say bak fan, rice.
I'm looking
Sweet.
sexy. This is it in China.
性感的
Told you.
Sexy.
Singang dun.
Yeah. Singan dad.
Sigang dun.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Wow. So, Marshall, would you say that? So it's
Josh, what about you? What sport?
Oh, I'm honestly I'm open because I love different body types. Like I'm down. I want to explore. Basically, before I met my beautiful wife, I was out here living Baskin Robbins with my dating life. 31 flavors, baby, all under the sun. You only live once. Try it all. Why not?
STDs, but yeah, why not?
Why not? Try those
I'm with
too.
you. Why not?
Oh, the Z-Pack doesn't
Fuck
exist?
them all.
I'm cutting all that out. But I don't know. I think every body type is cool.
That I agree with. Very
I really
cool.
do.
Very cool.
Like some guys, and it goes both ways. I certainly know my sister-in-law who's tall, who's like 5'11", is very averse to dating a guy who's shorter than her. And I'm like, but you're 5'11", like she's basically like a little bit taller than me. I'm like, it's, it just definitely shrinks the dating pool. She's like, I do not care. It will never happen. I'm like, you meet a 5'9" guy. He works at Amazon. He's got a lot going for him. 401k, looks great in a Patagonia vest. She's like, I don't care. I'm not doing it.
It's tough. Like I see it because women wear heels. Do they wear heels all the time? No. But most girls at some point, they're going to go to a wedding. They're probably going to put on a pair of heels. All of a sudden, your lovely sister-in-law is now 6'3". So her 5'9" guy, it's just no good. She's gonna look like Pookie. And what's Pookie's husband's name?
I have no
Marshall?
idea.
Marshall, do you know?
I'm Googling it.
Pookie?
Yeah, Pookie.
You don't know Pookie?
Who's
Yeah.
Pookie?
Jeff.
Huh?
Jeff. You don't
Who
know
are these
the
people you're
TikTok
talking about?
sensation Pookie? Marshall, what does he say? Oh, Pookie's looking fire tonight. You don't know Pookie?
I don't.
Okay, well look later at Pookie. Because you'd get it. But Pookie, this guy Jeff, he's just like a random weirdo, married a smoke show named Pookie. And I guess Jeff's loaded and Pookie wears nice outfits on TikTok. And Jeff and Pookie will come on TikTok and he'll say, ooh, Pookie's looking fire tonight.
I've seen this. This I've seen. I've seen them. And have you, would you date a taller person? I mean, you're tall. You're 6'2". But
would I date a taller person?
Yeah. You meet someone who's 6'4".
No.
What if you were...
I absolutely love the height of my wife. 5 feet is perfect. Shorter for sure. I like being able to pick up, hug, hold. I don't want to be picked up, hugged, held.
Oh, I do.
6'5" woman.
Oh, that would be fun. Oh, I just want to be the little poopa in her cocoon. I just want to just feel safe.
Is Paige your height?
No.
She's shorter?
Yes.
Why did I think she's not 5'9"?
I'm not 5'9", bitch.
Okay, you're close.
I'm 6 feet tall. What are you talking about?
You are not 6 feet tall. We've had this conversation before. You're not.
No, we haven't.
You're not.
I am.
Okay, maybe if the NBA asked you how tall you were, you'd say 6 feet. But then you get out there and you're 5'10".
I'm not.
You're probably
5'9".
5'11".
I'm not 5'9". Why would you think I'm 5'9"?
No, you're not 5'9". I wasn't saying that. I was saying that the difference between Paige is 5'8".
Yeah, but go look at my Instagram.
I knew she was tall.
Look at us standing next to each other.
Okay, yeah, let me look.
Go now. Go look.
I'm going. I'm looking.
Oh, good.
I'm looking.
Wow, can't believe this.
How tall is Matt King? 6'6"?
He's 6'4".
Just saying, Josh. He's got.
For any gay boys listening, I'm 6'2".
Yes, Marshall is 6'2".
You are, I would say, 3 inches taller than Paige.
Yeah, 5'11", and she rounds up.
Deal. All right, Josh, you're 6 foot.
How tall? Go swipe. How tall you think JWoww is? JWoww is 6'1".
JWoww is 6'1". Nick Vile is very tall. I'll give him that. I think he's 6'5".
How tall is Vinnie?
How tall is Vinnie? Not tall. He's 5'8".
No,
right?
5'9".
I don't know. If he's 5'9", I got a fucking picture to show you, Ben.
Maybe he's 5'8".
You know what? This is just not.
Vinnie,
it's not cool.
Vinnie sent me a DM yesterday of this fat white guy with glasses and just wrote, "This is you."
Oh my God. What?
And I wrote back thanks.
Look at this, Marshall. Look at this. God bless Vinnie Guadagnino, clearly great at tact. Look at this. That's little. That's a little guy. That's a little guy compared to your boy.
He's probably 5'5".
You jerk.
Let's actually spread that rumor. Vinnie is 5'2".
He's 5'9", which makes me 6 feet just under.
So you're 6 feet. I'm 6'2". I'm good with that if we're good with that.
Yes. What did you think?
I thought I was 6'1" and you were 5'11". But if we're publicizing 6'2" and 6 foot, I'm in. You will never hear from me again. 6'2" is a beautiful height. Beautiful. I'm in.
Remember Claudia was like, "You're not 6'2".
I remember. That's because she lives to see me sad.
Well, I think we should get into some stories. Did you know that recently Joey Chestnut is out of the 2024 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest in beef over vegan franks? Joey Chestnut, the perennial winner of the annual July 4th Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Competition, is out of this year's beef barf over a deal he made to represent a different wiener brand. Impossible Foods, which recently launched a vegan frankfurter. I blame you for this, Marshall. The California-born Chestnut is basically now he's repping Impossible, and Nathan's isn't cool with it. Yeah, it says that Nathan's went back and forth To meet Chestnut's various demands, they even agreed to let him participate in a rival Labor Day dog eating fest to be taped for TV as long as no hot dog brand was mentioned. But they said they drew the line on letting Chestnut pitch for a different hot dog brand.
Wow. Honestly, this is fucked up at Joey.
And
Sorry.
a source said Chestnut was paid $200,000 to appear in the Nathan's contest last year and was offered $1.2 million 4-year contract going forward. Wow.
Just to eat hot dogs.
He's the Michael Jordan of competitive eating, but imagine if Michael Jordan said to Nike, I love being the face of Nike, but I want to do commercials for Adidas too.
Yeah, look. Joey Chestnut, no good. No loyalty. I'm sorry. I'd say you got to get that bag, but Nathan's is offering him a bag. And he is Nathan's. Nathan's is him. A hot dog eating contest without Joey Chestnut? Also, for a man that loves hot dogs. You got to love hot dogs if you eat that many hot dogs. He must love hot dogs. You're going to go for a vegan dog? No good. No good.
Would you eat a vegan dog, Marshall?
Of course, yeah.
Wow, this guy, man, he vapes, he eats vegan hot dogs. He's a walking contradiction, brother. I'm telling you, what is in this vegan hot dog? It's just got to be a chemical sack.
It's got to be a chemical sack, literally.
Yeah.
It can't be good for you. It's got to be much worse than meat. But honestly, the hot dog itself is terrible for you. Like, hot dog is not normal meat. Like, this is... It's cancer in a beautiful little wiener shaped form. The hot dog.
Well, I'm glad, Marshall. This is worth talking about. Like, first of all, I think it's insanity that Florida. I think DeSantis is pitching the idea of outlawing things like Beyond Meat and Impossible Meat in the state of Florida, which seems like a wild overreach. But do you think, like, I'm glad that these alternatives exist, but I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that they are as unhealthy or unhealthier than their real meat alternatives. Is that fair, Marshall?
Oh yeah, I always say I feel like they're actually for meat eaters who want to make like maybe a plant-based option here and there, or I don't know. I think that's more the market for them. Where I'm like, a lot of vegans I know just want some beans,
Right.
want some hummus, and call it a day.
I think it's more for the animal lover. Like, that's what you get when you have a plant-based product. You save an animal, but you kill yourself. That's what it is. Save an animal, kill yourself. But yeah, they're yucky. Josh, if we were entering you could pick anything. Any all-you-can-eat contest, okay? Joey Chestnut's is hot dogs. What do you think you could eat the most of in a single sitting? What
Kettle
all-you-can-eat contest would you be best at?
Probably kettle corn.
Ooh.
I regularly polish off a whole bag when I get it, and it's sick. Like, I can't. I go tunnel vision. I go sicko mode.
Kettle corn. Interesting. The salt doesn't get to you. You just keep shoveling it down.
I need a nice carbonated beverage. I'm talking to kombucha. I'm talking to flavored sparkling water.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Kettle corn. I could eat an incredible amount of a lot of things. But I think that like a Nerd's gummy clusters, those I can just polish off. Candy in general. I could eat so much candy. Like those little Snickers. Just don't have Max drop his Halloween candy anywhere near me. He'll never see it again. I'll go through the whole bag. To candy, I think in particular, I could really just demolish.
Have you guys had bite-sized candy recently?
It's 200 times better than the large format.
I agree.
Is that what you were about to say?
No, I was about to say, in general, I don't know if my taste buds changed, but I'm not. It just, to me, I'm like, did they change the recipe or did I change?
So what type, let's take a step back.
Okay,
What type of bite-sized candy are we talking about? You're talking about like a Snickers?
Yeah, or like a little Reese's peanut butter cup.
I think those are hit or miss. I was referring to, do you know the individual Twizzlers? Have you ever had those?
Of course I have.
200 times better than the long Twizzler. Juicier, more compact. I can say that I have, maybe you just had like a bad Reese's, an old Reese's.
I've just been, I've tried to enjoy them recently, the little bite size, and yeah, candy. I mean, like, because I know, like, a Nerds cluster, oh, yo, 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 yo. I mean, I will polish
So good.
those off.
So good.
A Reese's Pieces, love. But those little minis, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Have you gone for any of the like slightly healthier candies?
Like what?
Like a Smart Sweets? Like any of those? Have you
Yeah.
tried those?
They're okay.
The problem is though, I take one of those 100-calorie bags. I have 6 of them.
Well, you have no self-control, Ben.
I agree. That's why I'm shooting myself in the stomach to get some.
The
And
Zemp,
still,
the
and it
Zempy.
still doesn't work.
Have you guys heard that? People just love the mini M&Ms more. They say that it tastes so much better. Have you heard this idea?
No, but I believe it. I think that the smaller formats produce better candy. I do.
But who's buying a brown bag of M&Ms?
Me, last night
No.
at Good Shabbos, it was amazing.
Instead of a
Peanut? A
Peanut?
peanut? No, I had some of each.
right. But you're gonna go
I had a
peanut.
combo.
It's
No,
like
the
someone-
peanut M&M is certainly better than the brown bag. No question.
If I see you with like a handful of Tootsie Rolls, I assume you are an alien who just landed. And you're like, what does this earth have to offer food-wise? And you're like, delicious chocolate rubber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
I don't know anyone
I
who's
do.
like, I'm about to fuck up a Tootsie Roll.
No, Tootsie Rolls are no good. Do you like, what are those peanut elephants? The peanuts? Do you know those orange
no one
things?
likes those. Yeah, I know. Like little orange packing peanuts.
Nasty. The
Crazy.
hell is that crap? Disgusting. Also, Peeps, hate Peeps.
Wow. Yeah. I hate Easter. No, I'm kidding. I was at a restaurant the other day and these people walked into the restaurant. They gave their name to the host stand and then they put a mask on. And I was like, what kind of performance is this?
No, that's a performance. That's a dance. That's a dance.
I was like,
I don't know who the dance is for, but that's a dance.
I was like, you were in the waiting room. Like, it's not like they came from the outside inside. They were already inside.
Nuts.
And it just seemed like, and I'm like, but you're at the host stand, like you're going to sit down and eat. So
Nuts.
the mask will come off. Like, and I'm pro mask, baby.
Speaking of restaurants, I was in one recently and I noticed something that everybody experiences this. You're at a table and the table next to you is aggressively laughing.
Not
Like
okay.
Very,
Not
very
okay.
loud. Like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, you're so funny. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to laugh that loud in a restaurant without telling me the joke. Let me
Okay.
know what the joke is. What's so funny? What the hell is so funny? You're going to laugh the entire meal right next to me? Tell me, clue me in. Clue me in
Totally.
on the joke.
Totally.
Am I wrong?
I don't even like laugh. I save your laughter for home.
It
Dude,
doesn't even
laugh
make any
in private.
sense.
Title.
How do you belly
Laugh in
laugh like that?
private.
What could he have said?
I also think like laughter can be just a cry for help. Like when you see someone performatively like, ha ha, ha ha, I'm like, would you fucking,
I know. Shut it.
I don't want to see your performance of laughter.
No, too much.
We
Too much. We don't want to see your
curmudgeons.
fake joy.
We are old Jewish men, I tell you.
Stop laughing.
Now, by the way, you haven't commented on my bandage. Look at this. I'm hurt.
I can't see it. You're like, show me again. What happened?
Oh, Joshy took a tumble title.
Did you?
So yesterday I'm going down the stairs and they were wet because they had just been mopped.
Was there one of those little signs? Caution, it's wet.
No, it's in my home.
We could sue. Oh, damn. We'd be suing you.
I sue myself. The most Jewish thing one could do. I'll show you, me. I'm shit talking myself.
You just sue Paige.
And my literally, dude, when I say my feet went out from under me, like my feet shot up. I'm like, Paige was like, just cut to you going down the stairs like this. It was so bad. And I ripped up my elbow and I hit it so hard that I thought I broke my arm, and I had a gash. And so I had to go into urgent care. And let me tell you, I am so great in any kind of hospital setting. I am having these nurses cracking up. I'm judging the other people in the waiting room. Cause there's always someone in the waiting room who's like, I'm like, would you give them a morphine drip and tell them to shut up? They were like, oh, we need you around here more. I'm like, listen, hopefully more accidents,
I'm so sorry to hear.
I'm fine.
I've slipped like that before. Slip and fall down the stairs, no good. It's happened to me before when I've worn socks. You're just like running around wood floors, socks done. But that bruise, man, hitting it straight on the wood, terrible.
Bad.
So you split open, like you have a full gash.
Yeah, I got what's it called? Like the liquid stitches and butterfly things. So no, not really.
Oh my God. He didn't call me? So sorry. Terrible.
Ben, you'll never guess.
What's that thing that your mom has? The button?
The medic alert.
You need it.
I know.
To alert me when you fall.
I took the batteries out of my mom so she'll stop bothering me. Do you want to do? It's not working. Do you want to do what are you nuts?
Yeah, I already gave a what are you nuts? The people laughing way too loud in restaurants, but I'll give one more. And look, I've done this before. Everybody's done this before. But when you're on the receiving end of it, you think to yourself, should we stop doing this as a society, Josh? You're running late, okay? You're running into a building. People just went into the elevator, and you're watching that door close. They know that you're behind them. They know. They're aggressively pressing close. I don't want to be in the elevator with anyone. Close. Thank God they're gone. Just saying, when you're on the opposite end of it, and there's only one elevator up and down, and I'm rushing to get there and I just miss it, and I'm like, God damn it, this person could have just held the elevator for me. I think, what are you nuts? I'm sorry. I've definitely been the person, door closed. No longer. I think it's nuts. I think we should be nicer to each other, especially in an area that has one elevator. And if you see somebody behind you, you should hold the door for them.
So recently I'm at the gym and I see a guy there, and I comment on his cool basketball trainers. I go, those are cool basketball shoes. He goes, in fact, these are the Steph Curry's. And I was like, huh. He goes, yeah, I had to look all over town for them because I'm a size 15. And I literally almost said, and thank God I held myself back, but I almost said, big ass dick. What am I, nuts? I literally, as though I was saying, good for you, wear them in good health. I almost want to be like, size 15, big ass dick. But I held it back because I live in the real world with real consequences. What am I, nuts?
Nuts, but not nuts. My train of thought constantly, oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's disturbing. Oh, it's no good. Sometimes I have a constant monologue going on with myself. I will think something. I'll be like, what is wrong with you? Why do you think these things? Why are you like this? The inside of our minds, oof.
Do you have intrusive thoughts?
Do I have intrusive thoughts?
Yeah.
Not really. Thank God. Thank God.
Me either. Then.
Maybe in the past I've had some, but I've gotten pretty good. If something comes in, I'm like, oh, nope. Get out of here. And it's gone.
I have wild ones.
You do, right?
Like, I'll be at a really important dinner or lunch meeting and I'll think, what if I flipped over this fucking table? And I would do it like this. I would be like this. Ah! And I would like stare at them as I did it.
Yeah, keep those inside.
Marshall, do you have intrusive thoughts?
When you guys were talking about death for 30 minutes during an episode, I mean, they were getting really bad, but not always.
When were we talk? We talk about death?
Oh, for a long time.
A while ago. What happens? Marshall said he was having a panic attack.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good. Brooks here.
Okay, perfect. Well, take us home, Ben.
Folks, as always, rate us 5 stars. If not, what are you nuts? Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Hulu. We got to get on Hulu, Josh. Hulu just rolls off the tongue. You can't find us on Hulu yet. Watch us on Josh's YouTube.
Yep.
Josh's YouTube. Share our clips. TikTok, good guys. Instagram, good guys. Clips are fantastic. We're rolling out the guests. We got great people. We got great solos. Mondays and Thursdays. We'll see you next time.